My name is Devin Haskins, and this is the Run for Your Life podcast. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Thanks again for joining me for another Run for Your Life podcast. Hopefully, I've been keeping you guys informed and enlightened or entertained. Before I get started, I would say this week's show is sponsored by my elliptical. I've been on my elliptical twice this week. I'm not going to lie. It's been averaging about 20 degrees outside. I am not a cold weather runner, although I do run in the cold. I do. When it gets too cold, I say when it gets below like 30 degrees, it's hard for me to roll out of the bed and layer up and go out there and pound the pavement or pound the trail. That's just me being real. Unless it's snowing. If it's snowing, all bets are off. You can't not run in the snow. But I've been pounding the elliptical most of this week, so that it is. Today's topic I want to discuss with you guys is my top 10 running etiquettes when running with a group. These are my personal etiquettes. I feel like I always have to give you guys a disclaimer that this is just me. And again, some of these things may vary. Some of these things you guys may follow or already practice. So if you do, just disregard them. This is, again, my top 10 running etiquettes while running with a group. Let's get started. Number 10, know the route before you run. I have been guilty of this. I have gone to run with, let's say, different groups, and most of the groups I run with, either the route is emailed or is on some form of social media, and you can either print it off, or some groups, they have pre-printed routes for you that they give to you, depending on who's leading the run, at least where I'm from. My advice is to study the route, print off your own route. Don't assume that people are going to have it once you get there. One of the most frustrating things to do is go to a run. You get there, either you're at the mercy of the person that's leading the pack, or you're at the mercy of a person that has a route because you don't have the route. So know the route before you run it. I once got lost in a neighborhood because I didn't know the proper route. I think I stopped to tie my shoe or get some water or something. I looked up and the group was gone. So I thought I can catch back up with them, but I got lost. So don't be like me. Know the route before you run it. Okay, number 9. This is a 2-part one. No complaining. Running is a grouch-free zone. I'm going to repeat that. No complaining. Running is a grouch-free zone. One of my t-shirts that I own has written on it, running is cheaper than therapy. So that doesn't mean that, the people that you run with are therapists. Even if by chance or by trade someone is a therapist, I don't think that they came to the run to hear you gripe for 5 miles. It's okay to talk about what's going on in your week, but if you dominate the conversation about your complaints of every little thing that went on during your week, it's just going to make the run miserable. Now, the caveat with that is you may be running with some friends or close friends that have a true vested interest of a specific thing that's going on with you. So, in a situation like that is understandable, because if it's welcome, it's welcome. But if not, if these are people that you just ran with, that's going to rub them wrong to hear you gripe for the next 5 miles. Talk, have a give and take conversation. After that, keep it moving. Okay, moving along with my top 10 etiquettes while running with a running group. Number 8 is go easy on the cologne and perfume. Breathing and running is symbiotic. You may think that you're showering people with the lovely fragrance of lavender, but instead those extra douses of cologne or perfume that you're putting on smells like Aqua Boogie Funk. Don't burn people's nose hairs out while they're running. It's just one of the worst things that you can do before going for a run is putting on too much cologne or too much perfume. Number 7, when you drink the night before, we can smell it. And I've been guilty of this. I've drunk the night before, got up slightly hungover, and I used to call it being dedicated to the run, but it's probably more dangerous than anything because you can get dehydrated getting up for a run after you basically drunk the night before a run. But people can smell your alcohol coming through your pores. It's not pleasant. Take the morning, rest, drink water to flush out your system, and maybe go for a run that afternoon. So when you drink, stay home. Number 6 of my top 10 running etiquettes while running with a running group. Running in groups is a fart-free zone. It sounds very juvenile to have to mention this one. But I've run with groups. I've run with people in groups that they have no quarrels with just getting in the middle of the group and passing gas. Crop dusting during runs is a big no-no. Even, I think, amongst friends, which people may laugh about it, but that is rude. If you must do it, go to the back of the group. Stay back there, relieve yourself, then come back. Don't crop dust your fellow runners. All right, moving along to number 5. If you must blow your nose, use a tissue. Or if you're going to use the snot rocket method, do it at the back of the group. For those that don't know what a snot rocket is, this is when a person hold one nostril and blow as hard as they can. I had a track coach in high school that used to do this to us a lot. He'll jump in the front of the pack while we all were doing our warm-up runs, and he'll just yell to the top of his lungs, "Snot rocket!" and blow out a big mist of snot in the clear air, and everyone to clear out behind him. The guy was nuts. So again, if you need to do this, go to the back of the pack or bring a tissue. Don't snot rocket at the head of a group. No one wants to run through your mist of snot. All right, number 4 of my top 10 running etiquettes when running with a group. Lube up. What I mean by that is use Body Glide or whatever body lubrication that you need to use to prevent any type of irritation or chafing that could cause bleeding. Some people will chafe under their arms, their legs, or the worst place, I think, in my opinion, is like when you chafe on your nipples. And this is for both men and women. It can cause your nipples to bleed. You don't want people to see your business. So if you must lube up before you come to your run. All right, moving on to number 3 of my top 10 running etiquettes while running with a running group. Be on time for the run. Don't keep the group waiting for you. It's annoying. Everyone has 10,000 other things to do in their day. If by chance you do have the means of contacting a person, texting or calling, do it as soon as you can. Let them know that you're running late. Give them that common courtesy. Everyone's overslept before. I've overslept before and rushed to the run and ended up chasing down group. And my situation was the wrong group, and I ran with them for about 10 miles. And just be on time, and you don't have to deal with things like that. Number 2 of my top 10 running etiquettes while running with a group. Be mindful of the conversations you have with others while running with a group. One of the best things about running in a group is the conversations that you have during your runs. You have to be mindful that you're not wandering into gossip territory. And I think this can happen specifically if you're running with friends or you're running with the same group over and over and over again. You can very easily wander into gossip territory, which that can be bad. So don't gossip. That can cause other issues, which I will talk about in another podcast. So be mindful of your conversation. All right, now we're at number 1. My number 1 running etiquette while running with a group. The number 1 thing that frustrates me every time I see it happen, the first, I say 20 to 30 meters of a run. Don't be on your left, on your right guy. And you guys know what I mean. You've ever been running before and you've heard someone just yell out behind you, on your left, on your right, and they're bearing down on you and they just kind of blow by you. If you're running with a group and the first 20 to 30 meters, you're just blowing by people, why are you running with a group? You need to run on your own. I just never got that. Why do people come out to run with a group, but don't run with the group, within the first 10 to 20 meters to just blow out in front of people? I don't get it. If you want to run on your own, run on your own. People understand, if you decline their invitation to run with a group, because it's more rude to me for you to come out to run with a group and you don't run with them. That's rude. It's just, that takes away from the whole purpose of running with a group. So that's my number 1 pet peeve, my number 1 etiquette while running with a group. Don't be on your left, on your right guy while running with a group, the first 10 to 20 meters of a run. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. I will post these top 10 items, these top 10 running etiquettes on my website, which is www.run4, which is number 4, FOUR, yourlife.com. Again, it's www.run4, FOUR, yourlife.com. Or you can visit me at man_RVA on Twitter. So until next week's show, you guys be safe on the road and the trails. And until then, I'll speak to you guys later. Peace.